This is going to be a short exploring video up this valley. This one's for Gary, who disappeared from my channel a while ago and came back. And anyone else and everyone else who's come back since I'm not doing Rolex watches on this channel anymore. And as I have the Rolex Explorer, then I thought it would make a good opportunity to explore a tin mine valley, because GMT Master 2 viewers were turning off because they were doing a search on YouTube for a GMT, Pepsi, Rolex, whatever, found a video on said watch, saw me talking about tin mines and turned off. Understandably, I guess. So, we won't talk Rolex, we'll talk tin mines. Well, I don't know much about tin mines or Dartmoor tinning. All I know very, very briefly is that tin has been mined on Dartmoor for a very, 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 very long time. What I mainly know is that Lassie loves swimming and splashing around. So this tin mine valley obviously produces, you know, an excellent opportunity for Lassie coverage, and just generally, you know, an opportunity just to walk up this mine or up this valley fairly quickly, because I am heading home today. So as always, if you like this style of video, this is maybe slightly different to what I usually do, but I'll try and do more moving forward, please subscribe and hit the notification button. So here we have some workings or other of an old tin something or other. It's a thing. It's very narrow. It obviously has a front there, I'm guessing that's the front. Two narrow sides, and I'm assuming that this is a back. Although of course that could be the front and this could be the back. Now, my guess, and I could be completely wrong, I'm sure Richard, good old Richard, knows exactly what this is, but my guess is that probably they maybe funneled water through it or something like that, and maybe had some sort of grinding gadget or chomping gadget or something in there for extracting tin from rock. Having said that, maybe it was just their canteen and they were just very tall, narrow miners back then. Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit further up this valley. I just widen the field of view here for you, so you can obviously see there's a town or a village or a hamlet at the base of the valley. So that's probably where all the workers lived or commuted from. And then if we just swing around here, you can just see that they've mined out quite a lot of this valley here. So we'll go on a little bit further up and we will find and see some mounds, which is probably where, once they did their mining stuff, they had to deposit their deposits of rocks and stones and things like that. So we're coming up to one such pile here, which you can see in front of me and to the left. So the valley is just down there. The valleys of Dartmoor are never particularly big. This isn't the Lake District or Brecon Beacons. And we just climb up here slightly. And we're basically, I would imagine, climbing up a heap of rubble, which over the years has just gained a lot of earth and sediment and the like, and from that grass and lichen and ferns and this is quite a pile of rubble here. That's one heck of a pit there going up to that lone tree. We'll go this side. Let's just go through here. I'm not sure there is really a right and a wrong way to go. So again, there's another sort of man-made valley through there. And then obviously we're on top of another pile of stones and rubble. I believe the tin mining up here goes back around about 1,000 years, maybe even longer. But I believe the last tin mines were closed in the 1930s. And we'll just follow this heap. You can see quite a big man-made valley down there. This is just up here. It just has to be, and it can't be anything else other than a massive pile of man-made rubble that was mined, and I guess they had to deposit it somewhere, and well, I guess this is where they deposited it. I have to say, I'm not an expert on this, and I could very well be talking Chinese, but it certainly looks like a very big pile of rubble to me. You don't need to have a PhD or a master's degree to see piles and piles of rubble everywhere, and for there to be some sort of mine building at the base and another one up near camp to get a fairly good indication that this was definitely a mining valley. And as they mined tin here, it must have been a tin mine. I don't think they ever found gold here. Imagine if they found gold in England. Or maybe we should call it the United Kingdom these days. Okay, and this valley just goes on and on. A few sheep in it. Lassie, leave the sheep. Lassie, 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 leave the sheep. Lassie, leave the sheep. Leave the sheep. So, were pretty good. And here the valley is just leveled out just a tiny bit. It's like a flat area here. There's one little stream just through there. Happy sheep over there. And camp is just up there. And I'm exhausted just I'm exhausted just that one little walk up. Given it's quite hot and sunny, and it's about an hour and a half to the car rather than about 50 minutes from here, I think I'm going to drink most of this water and have a top up before I get going. Which reminds me, maybe I should have brought one of my other water things with me, because I will have a tea before I go too. Cheers. I know, I haven't filtered this water. I never filter any of the water on Dartmoor. The only time I might filter it is, and I'd be a bit stuck because I never bring a filter with me to Dartmoor, but if I was at the very, very bottom of a very busy valley, or if I was taking water from a stream or a river where there was a lot of footfall or traffic, roads, housing, if there was an area where there was a lot going on, then I probably wouldn't drink, straight from source. But out here in the middle of nowhere, and Lassie, you just had to splash in where I want to take the water from, didn't you? She's a devil sometimes. I just let that I let that clear for a minute. Like I said, I keep hearing people saying there's cryptosporidium and viruses and all that type of stuff in the water. Up here, I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. You know, Lassie, go back. Go back. I don't want you splashing in the water I'm going to be drinking from. Go back over here. I'm going to splash in the water down there. You've got a whole... Look at me. You've got a whole stream all the way down there that you can splash in, including this bit here, and you definitely do not need to be splashing in the bit where I want to take water from. That's fine, you splash there. I take my water just from this little runoff area there. So, like I say, I think realistically by the time the water has filtered through all this peat and rock and granite and root systems and every single thing else, I just cannot see it being a major problem. Yes, you might get unlucky once in God knows how many years, or very unlucky and twice or something, but so far so good, as they say. There's just nothing here, you know. There's nothing. You haven't got loads of people coming through most of these areas, and hopefully, you know, if people are here and they're, you know, doing their business, then hopefully they're using their common sense and not crapping right in the streams or right next to the streams. And again, I don't want to sound disgusting, but even if someone was stupid enough to crap, you know, near a stream, and I think most people aren't going to crap that close to a stream anyway, nobody's that stupid. Lassie, get back. Come on, down here. Even if somebody did, you know, crap, you know, too close to a stream, I still think that Mother Nature will take care of it. You know, by the time the wind and the heat and the rain has got on it, that's probably gonna distribute it, wash it away, you know, filter it out so minutely that the possibility or probability of something happening is slim, in my opinion anyway. But mostly I'm quite sure that most people use their common sense and do their business as far away from watercourses as you possibly can. You've basically just sat there listening to me talk and waffle away and waste your time for however long it's taken me to drink nearly 600 millilitres Alright, well, I got to fill my empty water bottle up. Obviously, if I don't make any more videos, then I have succumbed to Dartmoor zone and I won't see you again. And obviously, if I haven't succumbed, then you're going to have to put up with me again. I'll do a bit more filming up the top because I might survive just to get up there. Okay, so we've just topped up one more time. Now it's the last push, as it were, up to camp. It's just coming up to 2. I'm running a little bit behind now. I was planning-ish to leave about 3. Go on then, Lassie, you go and play in there. Go on then, you go and do that for John. You're going to do that for John in New Zealand. Come on, go and do it for Johnny boy in New Zealand. Come on, he likes watching you splashing around. Okay, go and have a swim. Have a splash. Yes, and I know what you're saying. There's cow stuff there, cow stuff there, cow stuff there. But look, it's going to go down there, be filtered through all those rocks and lichen and God alone knows what else. Plus of course, Lassie splashing around filters it out as well. Also cows and sheep, they're vegetarian, so they're only eating vegetables. I will just say, I probably just ought to say, because I don't want someone drinking the water here, poisoning themselves and saying, oh, that down the Abs, he said drink the Dartmoor water and you're not gonna die. And I've just died. I got dysentery, botulism. Look, everyone else, just filter your water, okay? Don't do what I do. Do what all the books, manuals and what everyone else tells you to do. Filter the water. Be sensible, filter it. So I don't want people complaining, oh, that Tony Hobbs, he's poisoned that. He's done a Thanos. He's killed off half the population of the planet by telling them not to filter their water, and half the population has died off. He's been more deadly than any foreign buggy thing which everyone's locked away from. Tony the planet destroyer. So, you know, filter your water. For this I just used the wire, put the wire here, which you've probably seen the whole time maybe, and then the other end of it in the back of the GoPro, rather than the road wireless things. Sometimes I just sort of quite happy hooking it up like this, especially if it's convenient. If I was holding more or carrying more, or you know, doing other things, or wanted to go further from the camera, Bug, I got an hour and a half to go. Fiddlesticks. That's why I come out here to rest. It's all your bloody fault, Gary. If I die of a heart attack on the way back to the car, or if I die on the way back to the car, it won't be from the bloody water. It'll be from the extra walking. It'll be Gary's bloody fault. Blame Gary. Anyway, we're back to camp. Joking aside. Oh, Jesus. So, we're up at camp. This is the top of the valley. And there's some building or wall here. The rest of it has been knocked down. I don't know when it was knocked down, but clearly some time ago. This was obviously the outside wall. Maybe it was like some sort of resting area, or maybe some sort of office. Did they have offices in those days? But you kind of imagine that that's one side of the wall, and then this is the other side, so it probably would have taken up this space here. Now, if you remember from August last year when I was here, there was water flowing down through here. In fact, you can even see where, when there's a lot of rain, you would get a stream flowing. There's even the bones left from some poor dead creature from a long time ago. So when there's a lot of rain, you can even see where water would come down here and then down that way. And indeed, in August, when I got here, this was flowing, but the next morning, I was only here for one night that day, but by the next morning, bizarrely, it had stopped flowing. There was some water coming, it was either there or there was some water, but it was particularly wet last year. But this is a particularly nice spot. This is probably the outside wall here. I reckon if we come down here, that Lassie is on, that what Lassie was on, I think is the part of the wall that's on this side, and then it must have gone along over here. It's difficult to know exactly where this corner would have been, and this is where we've been enjoying the view, and it's been very nice. This is one of my new, it's a bit further from the car, but this is one of my new favourite spots now. It's so quiet and peaceful here, and you never see anybody. I haven't seen anybody for the whole time I've been here. I've not seen a soul. There's nobody. It's very, very quiet here. All right, that's enough of me. I've shown you this valley, had a little chat, hopefully not bored you all to death. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching as always. If you're still watching, I thought there was just going to be a short walk up this valley and show you some things. You know, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, notification button, usual stuff if you are so inclined to do that.